Hi, I'm Max.
Hi, and I'm Denise.
And welcome back to the Derby edition of Urban Lifestyles, and we have a great show for you. So great, it's going to be in 2 parts.
This is Derby time. The city is like electrified. We were not here last year, so this year is pretty exciting to me. I call this the Derby Mashup. It'll be in parts 1 and 2, and we're going to show you a glimpse into a lot of the different Kentucky Derby Festival and other events that were going on.
And we'll be covering events from the Urban League to the Good Timers to the Kappas and a lot more. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
The morning show is the best that there is. Period.
Yeah, get on, Cap, don't you make me.
Oh, I can work it around. We are here as usual.
That's too much. This the one.
We right here.
You wake up and catch me from 6 to 10 on your number 1 station for R&B, Magic 101.3.
We're going to kick off our Derby Mashup with the Good Timers and the Urban League. Take a look. I'm here with Lyndon Pryor, who is the president and CEO of Urban League.
Yes, sir.
I want to say Urban Lifestyles because it just rolls off.
It does.
So tell us about it. This is the 8th year, and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so this is our annual Derby Gala. We've been doing it for 8 years. This is our biggest fundraiser of the year. It is a party with a purpose. We come together, have a good time, but also to raise funds for the mission of the Louisville Urban League.
So when you're talking about the Urban League, for those who are not familiar, give us a little background on the story.
Yeah, so for more than 100 years, we're 105 years old this year, the Louisville Urban League has served this community, particularly advancing social and economic equity for Black and other marginalized communities. We do that across our pillars of jobs, justice, education, health, housing, and Black business. And so we've got programs, services, and advocacy across all of those pillars. And so we've been serving thousands of people every single year.
So why is it so important to be a part of one of the biggest nights, and of course in Louisville, the Kentucky Derby?
Well, for one, it is a great party. And I love to lead with that because sometimes people get the wrong idea. They think, hey, it's a gala, it's going to be stuffy, you're just going to go and hear a lot of people talking. No. We have a party here. We have a great time, and so it is a lot of fun. But also, it is an opportunity to support the work of the league, to support the mission of the Urban League, and then to therefore transfer that support into activities that benefit all of Louisville.
I'm here with Kevin Sharon with SMC, who is one of the presenting sponsors of tonight's gala. Welcome back to Urban Lifestyles, and tell us what brought you to the table.
Well, Max, you and I go back a long way. I've been actually inspired by a lot of things you've done.
Well, thank you, sir.
Both from an educational standpoint and from a promotional standpoint. In fact, we've done one of these interviews over more than once. You supported us in a gala similar to this many, many years ago. And my friend Junior Bridgman and I were co-chair of the Grand Gala. And when Junior decided, okay, he's going to turn it over to me, then I did the gala for 1 year, and you interviewed me then. And so the same answer today. We're doing things to try to help us to be more successful and to inspire others.
So in relationship to the event and people that are coming, what's one of the major takeaways you want the guests to have tonight?
The major takeaway I want tonight as a presenting sponsor is the message that we need to start doing more to help each other. Okay, that's my message. I'm one of the ye old Esquire. I'm an Esquire member, just like you are. Okay, as well as a 100 Black men, just like you are. Okay, so I want to start doing the things that we are supposed to be doing to help others to be successful. Mentoring programs, business development, working with each other. That's the message I'm trying to get by tonight. So that's the platform I'm going to have on the stage tonight.
All the exciting events here doing Derby, and this is at the Louisville Urban League Gala. Here are 2 beautiful women here to attend. This is Africa and Deborah, and welcome to Urban Lifestyles.
Thank you.
I just want to ask, what is it about the Urban League that make you all want to come in? And tell me about your outfits.
Okay, well, this is our first time here, so we are very happy to be here for the first time. We support everything that the Urban League does with the empowerment and financial counseling that they do and helping people get into homes and the educational programs that we have. And so we wanted to finally get here to celebrate with them.
Now, Deborah, what about you?
Yeah, it's the long history of the Urban League that I think is just, and they continue that legacy into the future. all the commitments, like this facility, for instance, like making over West Louisville and their part in it. So there's a lot about the Urban League we want to support. So I wanted to be here tonight.
And one last quick one is about derby and fashions and women. So how did you all decide and was inspired about your different outfits, because they're both beautiful?
Thank you. Well, we went with hers first, and then I had to match that aesthetic, of course. And so we were going kind of a 1920s sort of throwback look here.
I love the vintage inspiration.
Thanks. And as I'm a dean at the Louisville Seminary, I don't get a chance to dress up that often. And so it's like, well, let's sparkle. And so the Urban League gave me a reason to do that. So I appreciate it.
Well, of course, it's Derby Eve, and we're here at the Good Timers event. As I said, probably earlier in the week, they don't do one event, they don't do two events, they do 3 events for Derby. Why? Because they're gluttons for punishment, but they put on some great parties. So tell us about what's going on and introduce yourself.
I'm Clarence Benbow with the Good Timers, and tonight we're having our over 28th annual Derby Eve experience. It's one of 3 events that we have during the Derby weekend. So this is our second one more to go, our Derby finale on Sunday.
So tell me.
Yeah, my name is Elliot Horn. Been working with the Good Timers again for 28 years. Our first event for Derby Week was the kickoff on Sunday that was at the Ice House. It was a sellout event. Again, as Clarence mentioned, we're at the Derby Eve experience tonight. And then on Sunday, we'll be at Paristown. So for another sellout.
So tell me, what makes your parties such a huge success? Because I know every time you all put on any kind of event, it's a sellout.
Well, we try to cater to our crowd. We try to offer events that would have something catered to the older crowd, whether it be a live jazz band or something like that. We'll have old school R&B, and we also have new school hip hop. So we cater to a wide demographic, age demographic. So
if somebody's coming here tonight, what are some of the things they're going to experience?
I mean, just going to have a great crowd. First of all, great DJs, great entertainment. Obviously, plenty of drinks. Whatever you would like as far as that goes. But just an overall great atmosphere. I mean, I think we probably have one of the best Derby parties in the city going this long.
And you also talked about the Derby wrap up on Sunday. So what's that going to be like?
So that'll be our Derby finale day party from 6 to 11 at Paristown Hall. It actually kicks off our day party series for the whole summer. But we'll have DJs inside. We'll have an outdoor cigar lounge with the Smoke Easy cigar group. So again, multiple things going on. And again, another great atmosphere. So you can't go wrong coming to that event as well.
And so after Derby, I know you'll take maybe 20 minutes to relax, and then it's on to the next event. So what's the next event?
The next event will be Memorial Day weekend. It'll be at the Ice House, another day party from 5 to 10.
So if people want to find out more information, how do they get there?
www.goodtimersentertainment.com.
Or also Instagram. We have 2 Facebook pages. And on our website that Elliot mentioned, you can also sign up for our email list. It comes out regularly for all of our events and keeps you up to date on everything we have going on.
Well, I'm here with Ralph Sampson, who is an NBA legend and superstar. And is this your first Derby?
My first Derby, yes.
So what brought you here this year?
A good friend of mine that lives here named Jude from Delta Dental and Henry Moore. I came down here early in the year and had some business meeting and invited me. And my boy Rod McCray, the McCray brothers, so they from here. I played against them in college as well. So just coming back here, just get some history and get a little Louisville food.
So have you had a chance to get out to the track?
Yeah, we went to the track today, the Derby today. And it was the Oaks, and we'll go to the Derby tomorrow.
Now, did you feed the horses or did you win on the horse?
No, I don't feed them. I'll go to Colonial down to Virginia. I'll feed the horses when I get there this summer. But first time here, first experience, which has been amazing.
So do you have a pick for the Derby tomorrow?
No, I'm just enjoying the experience. And I don't know how to horse race. I don't bet on anything, so I'm going to enjoy it. I like to see the horses run in the field. They feel so powerful and so do it. There's an art behind it, so I'm just going to enjoy it and have fun.
Well, as you can see at both events, two different flavors, but everybody was having a lot of fun. And one thing I said about the Good Timers, they didn't do one event, they didn't do two events, they did 3 events this Derby.
Everybody had a great time. I just love looking at the fashions. What can I say?
We'll take another break and back with more.
This is soul jazz flautist Reagan Whiteside. Join me for Destination Smooth Jazz 4 at the Jeffersonian in Louisville, Kentucky on May 31st. The music, the vibe, and your host, Urban Lifestylez, have planned for you one unforgettable evening you don't want to miss. I'm looking forward to meeting each of you. See you on May 31st. Now, there will be other events, but none like this.
As we were talking earlier, we're talking about some of the great events, and one of the things that we did was the Taste of Louisville. We also did Dare to Care, and they were both fantastic events, so let's just take a look. I'm here with Matt Gibson, and you are the president and CEO of the Kentucky Derby Festival, and I know this is your time of the year. I can tell by the smile on your face.
It is. I always say that I have the best job in the planet, and it's because of the energy that you feel. You and I have worked together for decades, and it's amazing to see what this town does each and every year and has been doing for over 100 years as we bring this community together to celebrate.
And the event has grown. You're up to 70 events. So how do you outpace yourself next year?
So we don't just believe in bigger, best, first, most, greatest. We've been connecting with the community for the last 5 years to make sure that what we're doing hits the mark. And when we say we're the festival for the community at large, we better back that up for a very lambastic statement. So we meet with all corners of the community and make sure that we do have something for everyone in this town, and it's something that we take pride in. Kind of a reattachment to our mission, and again, it's why I say I have the best job on the planet.
And logistically, as you said, you all are pretty much everywhere. So how far in advance are you planning?
So, believe it or not, we're already talking about 2026. I'll make the joke since Thunder was canceled and we put all the fireworks in the box. We have a great show for you in 2026 already, but we really have, since I've been president since 2019, that's been my initiative, is to make sure that we're talking years in advance, to make sure that we're economically impactful, that we can continue to make sure we're bringing the right programming, and I have the best team around me. It's not just the staff that you see in the jackets. We've got 75 board members, big players in this town who help us make it happen, and we're like an army of ants as we build event venue after event venue after event venue, and it just keeps on pace. This year, most years we'll host about 1.4 million folks. With Thunder being canceled, we'll still host about 800,000 people, and that says a lot.
Now, in relationship to all of the events, you have to have a couple of favorites. What are they?
So I make no apologies about it. One of my absolute favorites is the Great Bed Races. It is such a crazy event, and you have to explain it to people. And if you don't leave and your face hurts and your sides hurt from laughing so much, there's something wrong with you. And I hate to say it, it's about the crashes, it's about how close they get, and the crowd goes nuts. There'd be 5 times as many people in the stands, and it is just such a good time. And it's the kickoff to Derby Week, and it's that laugh that you need. It's extraordinary.
Matt, it's always good to catch up with you and keep up the next work. The great work, and I'm sure you'll be doing this another, 25, 30 years?
I would hope. That'd make me an old man. But I love it. I'll do it until they tell me I can't do it anymore.
I'm here with Mayor Grimberg, and we're here for Derby 151, and we're at Bourbonville, and tell us what it means to you and the city.
Well, this is such a special event. It's one of the early Derby Festival events where we kick it off the celebration leading up to the Derby with what else but bourbon. What we love here in Louisville, and to have all these different distilleries represented, to have people gathering together in the heart of our city, this is a magical evening.
Now, I know that you're running their 70 events, and I'm assuming that you're making all 70 events.
Well, not quite all 70, but I do try to get to a lot of them and be supportive. This is just a magical time of year for our city, and it's really special. Obviously, we have the Derby every year, but to have 70 other events leading up to it is just an amazing asset for our community.
Now, other than the horse race, what's one of your favorite events?
Well, I do love Thunder over Louisville, and so I'm excited for next year's already. And the mini marathon is always a highlight for me. I like to run that each year. while I feel like it's getting longer each year, even though they're not changing the distance, I really enjoyed running it and participating in that.
Well, I'm here at the Dare to Care event that's happening during Derby Week. Now I'm here with the president and CEO and a lot of happy people in the background. So first of all, welcome back to Urban Lifestylez. Tell us about your role and about the event.
Well, my role as president and CEO of Dare to Care is the responsibility of feeding folks in 13 counties across southern Indiana and Louisville. In Kentucky. We have 8 states that 8 cities that we actually help support, as well as 5 in southern Indiana.
Okay. So talk about the event today and what people can expect that are coming out.
Well, today's event is one of our largest fundraisers. We have an opportunity to be able to have some fun mixed with opportunity for service, to be able to support our community in ways that affords us the opportunity to be able to purchase food, to be able to give to our neighbors in need. And that's an incredible opportunity when you're able to mix fun as well as service.
Now, how long have you been doing this event?
This event has been in existence for some 30 plus years. I've been in Dare to Care now 4 years. And so it's been an exciting time to be able to be here every year at the kickoff season of Derby. This is one I see as the staple events that folks can come to, have fun and enjoy themselves and have all the food that they could imagine.
So when you're talking about fun and a good time, tell us what that, the person who's never been before and they're watching this on TV and they're going, maybe I missed it this time, but I'm going to come out. What are some of the things that they'll experience once they come inside?
Well, one of the things, they'll experience over 100 vendors. Okay. We have chefs that are some of the best chefs in the city that are preparing meals for folks, or snacks, I would say, in terms of being able to taste the wonderful, incredible cuisine that they produce every day. And so being able to be connected with that, not only that, you have all the drinks that you could imagine. Every distiller's here in terms of when you think about the bourbonism in our community, you can come here and enjoy it all.
And, when people are coming out and they're celebrating Derby, but it's always good that they have a mission and something that they can support like Dare to Care. So right. Talk a little bit more about some of the things that are happening in the community with Dare to Care.
Well, a couple things are happening. We're really excited about, the projects and work that we're focusing on. We have a new initiative entitled Food is Medicine, and where we're able to help folks who typically don't have access to fresh and healthy food, not only to be able to provide the food, but also ways in which you can prepare the food that are more healthy and nutritious, in a more healthy and nutritious way. So being able to couple those things, the food you love, and then being able to know how to prepare it in a healthy way, that it impacts the quality of life and health, because we know you are what you eat. And so we're able to help people to be able to figure out ways that they can take what they love based on the culture, because a lot of times we eat what we eat because of the culture that we was raised with. And so we are able to help folks to be able to support that, as well as being able to provide healthy ways to eat.
And what are some of the many ways that people can get engaged with Dare to Care?
Well, one of the ways you can get in is going to our website at daretocare.org. You can volunteer, because we have great needs for volunteers, opportunities for people to be able to serve, whether it's a corporate team that wants to come in or an individual. We want to find a way to be able to maximize the time that we have you. Also, you can donate at daretocare.org, because those resources, every dollar that's donated provides 2 meals for our neighbors. So that gives us an opportunity to be able to maximize the buying power of Dare to Care to be able to disperse the food into the community.
Well, we're here at the Taste, and of course it's phenomenal. People are coming from everywhere to enjoy the food and the drink, and I am here with
Keisha, Robin,
Will,
we are the Fords,
Mr. Pilo.
They are the Fords. So
Felicia,
who's standing a little bit off from camera. So tell us, what brings you out every year?
my uncle works for Dare to Care, so we come out to support Dare to Care every year.
The food is really good, and we've been sold for years. This has got to be about our 20 years here. Like,
The drink is amazing.
And the food is really good.
So what has been your favorite thing to sample so far?
Just the different foods have been amazing. Just the different foods and the different drinks that they have.
So as you can see, everybody's having a good time. It's a ball. So if you haven't been, make sure that you put it on your list for next year.
Make sure you come. You're going to love it. We've been coming so long. We'll be here next year.
So which was your favorite? Or do you have a favorite? Or how do you have a favorite?
I like the one where you could taste. Both of them were great. They were just different, and they both were great.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
And both of them had plenty of spirits, and the food was excellent. And, you know, just being able to be in the Derby spirit is just something that's really special about our city. We'll take another break and back with more.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is saxophonist and vocalist Marquel Jordan. Join me for Destination Smooth Jazz. It goes down at the Jeffersonian in Louisville, Kentucky on Saturday, May 31st. Man, listen, the music and the vibes are going to be popping, and your host, Urban Lifestylez, they have planned an unforgettable evening for you that you don't want to miss. And I want to meet each and every one of y'all. You dig what I'm saying? So I'll see you on May 31st. Hey, there are other events going on, but none quite like this one.
Well, of course, we're here at the home of ENS Gallery, and that's what does Walter and Kathy always say? Say yes to ENS. And we're here because you had an opportunity to interview Leroy Campbell and also Kathy Shannon, one of the owners of the gallery.
Yes. So let's take a look. So it's Derby time, and here's another event, and this is a reception by ENS Art Gallery, and there's one of the famous artists that I like to say that they are welcoming today, and that's Mr. Leroy Campbell. And Leroy Campbell, again, welcome to Urban Lifestyle.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be with Derby. It's a pleasure to see all the people and just have a good time.
So I know that you've been to Louisville before and you've been here before, and I love your art. So let's talk a little bit about the style of your art and the inspo, and what is your muse behind it?
Well, the style of my art is, I call it surrealistic, figurative style of painting. I use a variety of mediums. I use acrylics, fabrics. I do a lot of collaging. I'm a storyteller, so I love to tell stories with my work. You'll see the silhouette of faces without any eyes or nose, only mouths. So you see newspaper articles are also incorporated. And that part represents two things, right? It celebrates my Gullah Geechee growing up in the South, right? I was growing up in Charleston and Mounts Corner, and my grandfather used to line the walls with newspaper as a form of draft, but also as a spiritual protection for the house. But I was blessed to find newspaper that chronicled our journey from Africa to the Civil Rights period. So it kind of helped me to evolve as a griot in that way, and the work to speak to the audience. So when you see these characters without eyes or nose and only mouth, just think of them as speaking to you and teaching you what you're reading.
Now, your work is phenomenal. I do notice that sometimes, you're welcome, that sometimes some of the pieces that you have, and you have quite a few to come through, it seems to reflect on where we are socially. Speak to that. Am I right in reading that?
You're correct, because I believe that God meant for us to have the right to survive, but also to live out our lives enjoying our passion, our purpose, and our greatness. And anything that that tries to impede that progress, I push back on, So my life has been able to express that because I came out of a strong community culture, intergenerational connection, where people poured into each other. I'm not an individual. I am, but I'm also the legacy of the community and the family, where the teachers and the pastor and the parents all collaborated. So that's the real inspiration behind my work, and that's where I'm at today.
Now, sometimes I know through the years, some little things change, but then some of the things still remain the same. Yeah. Is there a rhyme and reason behind that?
So there are periods of your best self, right, where you're best versions of yourself, and so each period is reflective. Sometimes like in the 70s, like in the late 80s, my work didn't have any newspaper article in it, but I was very, very heavy in talking about my rural Southern experience from my mother backyard, where I was, to me, at that point, this is where Romeo Bearden comes in, because Romeo Bearden reflected his rural Southern period, and at that period, I wanted to feel good about being Southern and great about being black, and his work made me feel that way. So you'll see collage starting to come in at that point, right? And I was working in the background. I was working with pastels, so you'll see that. So every evolution, every growth. When I saw Jacob Lawrence's work, I started to wanted to tell stories and work in series. So you'll see more of intentionality of making sure that all the colors in the piece are related.
So the Derby event reception is put on by ENS Art Gallery, and it's a husband-wife ownership team, and I have the wife, Mrs. Kathy Shannon. And Kathy, welcome back again to Urban Lifestyle.
So happy to be back. Thank you for coming out this Derby.
Thanks for opening this up, and you have the community to come in. There's such an array of art and culture here. Just shed a little bit about it and what you want people to know about now, because you all are always evolving.
Well, the main reason we do it is to celebrate the arts in Louisville, my hometown, because most of our travels take us outside the city. So once or twice a year, we like to bring in one of our artists to feature. Yeah, because a lot of people have bought the art of Leroy Campbell over the years, and so it's always fun when you get a chance to meet the creative person behind the work.
What do you want people to know about ENS Art Gallery and coming down so they can have some of this culture and art in their own homes?
Well, ENS, our main focus, as you know, because you're also a collector, we like to educate clients, people that want to start collecting. It's important to know what you're buying and buying what you like. Hello, Walter Shannon. Hello. Yeah, you did. You want to come say hi to the people? This is the man that started it.
Oh, hey, look, and that was me that walked straight through here. There you go. But that's the best portion right there. Welcome to ENS. I'm glad that you came here with your camera, and we love when you guys show up. And I'm writing checks also. And do you have any questions for me?
You know, Kathy's talking about how you all educate your clients so they can come in, and the importance of getting the significance of black art and culture and all that.
Yes.
Because you all are always evolving.
There you go. We are always trying to make sure you understand what you're buying. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's our claim to fame.
And there's no reason for any buyer to feel intimidated in regards to acquiring the art.
That is correct. If you go into a gallery and you don't know, the gallery is supposed to educate you and not make you feel like you should know. That's our job.
Right. You know what? I think that's our Derby Show Part 1.
And that's our time.
And we'll see you back here next time on Urban Lifestyles. And remember to take the shot.
Bye.
Bye.